Why couldn't I become friends with white American women in the United States as an immigrant from Russia? I am aware I share the same white privilege with all of the white American women over here. However, my life experience is not the same because I grew up outside of the United States. This is not a dig at all white women in the United States. This rather is a comment on the systems and institutions that are installed within the United States that white women are a part of and seem to uphold, to me at least. It boils down to a few things. White women in America put their man, their job, and their God above their relationship with other women. There's another element of like performance within the friendship that I also talk about. Every time we would try to build friendships, build community, and get closer as the years go by, the tendency was that their relationship with their man, whoever that was all encompassing and was surpassing anything else that was going on in their life. And there's a sort of expectation that their man's supposed to provide them with everything. Listen, I have a wonderful husband. He's amazing. I love him so much. But I made it clear through our relationship that I need my women. I need my community of women because they will give me something that he can never give. Simply by the virtue of the fact that he's not an Eastern European woman. He's not an immigrant woman from where I'm from. He cannot give me what they can give me. I cannot come to him and sit down and say, блядь, пиздец, вот что это за хуйня была вообще? Oh, and drink some tea and, and laugh and dance at some stupid songs and have jokes. Like there's that, obviously. And he understands that I need my time with my friends. Like if I don't see them for like a month or 2 months, I get sad. I miss them. I need to see them. And there's generally an understanding within our community that we have to see each other, that this is our healing time. This is when we come to our senses. This is when we come to ourselves. And I did not find that with white American women in the United States. Now, the job one is tricky because I see that affecting us as a community too, as an immigrant community, because we cannot prioritize our relationship over our job because that's just how capitalism works. We sometimes have to like bail out or flake out because somebody has a job. A lot of us are freelancers. However, generally, there is an understanding that the job is never, and the money is never going to replace what we have. So a lot of the times we would push as much as possible, push the jobs aside, or even come tired from the job, or, be flexible, not prioritize the job and build routines around like maintaining the comfort of performing a job. Do you know what I mean? We put all that effort into making sure that we make it into each other's presence, if that makes sense. And last one, we got God, because there were a few instances where I really got close to a woman here, white woman in America, and we seem to be able to form friendship. However, it all hits a wall each time they realize that I'm not about that Jesus life. And generally, Christianity is not on its own, is not necessarily a deal breaker for me because all people are different. Problem most of the times I saw is that they cannot elicit an emotional response within me when they bring up God. It just does not resonate. If they can bring up their personal experiences, then that's different. But when they start to call in God into conversation, I do this because God, I got nothing. Numb. I don't understand how Jesus is, why you being kind to people. That just, the math is not mathing with me. That's when we have the expectation of performance within friendship. It's not only that I don't know if I can trust you with my vulnerable states, which it is that. I don't know if you're going to, like what your mindset is truly, like how you're going to judge me with that. Like I know how my community is going to judge me for like, certain things. And I'm okay with it. We're very like upfront, confrontational with this stuff, but it doesn't feel like the end of the world if somebody confronts me about something that I said or done. But I don't know if I could do that with white American women here. There is this sort of expectations of how the friendship is supposed to look like. They're supposed to be like fun and entertaining, and sort of like perfect, because friendship is something that I found white women in America visit. They don't live in it. Do you know what I mean? It's not something where people live together for so long. So you realize that life is messy and you're not always going to be perfect and things going to happen and all of that. It feels like people visit friendships here. It's something that they go to occasionally. This is not something that they maintain every day for their whole life. Does that make sense? And I feel like there have been a lot of conversations on TikTok around that, and I feel like people have evolved past that. But I don't know if that's the case for everyone. And again, this is more about how much a person upholds capitalistic systems, patriarchal society, white supremacy. This is more about how much you were able to liberate yourself from all of those concepts. It's not like I'm never going to be friends with white women. This is not, I don't live by that. I don't live with the mindset that people around me cannot be my friends. I believe, I believe in the goodness of people. I know I'm stupid like that. However, on average, even within my circle, we don't have a lot of white women friends. We don't even have a lot of white men, like romantic relationships. My husband is Mexican. Not one of my close friends is married to a white man. Not one. All of them are married either to Hispanic men or to black men. With that information,